everybody. As Debbie said, this is my first time speaking on stage, so I hope you don't mind. I'm going to read from my notes. So, first of all, I'm going to start with telling you my story and how I got involved with Forever. For the past 25 years, I've had my own successful business working as an interior designer and project manager. I've loved the work, and I've been lucky enough to work on some really amazing projects. In my 30s, I started my family and had my third son 10 years ago when I was 41. Although I've loved my work, my clients were very demanding, and I found it quite lonely working on my own sometimes. I was ready for a new challenge, and one that gave me the time freedom that I required with 3 children. My mentor had been my friend for a long time, but she'd never offered me the business because she thought I had the perfect life already. Then I saw a Facebook Live and asked for more information. I had a one-to-one and signed up on the spot. I've been with Forever for 28 months now, and I love the sense of team and my extended Forever family. I'm a strong retailer, and I've been 4cc active every single month since joining nearly 2.5 years ago, and that's something I'm really proud of. Thank you. I've learned so many new skills, and my confidence has gone from strength to strength, to the point where I actually find myself standing on this stage today. As a result of the training, I've been inspired to follow my goals. Our youngest son is now in private education, and we recently moved to our dream home. Without Forever, these things wouldn't have happened. So I'm so proud to be standing here today on this stage, and it's my absolute pleasure to talk to you about one of my favourite activities, and that's tabletops, and how they can build your Who Do You Know list. So today I'm going to run through how to get them, how to target your audience, how to set them up and maximise sales, and how they can build your Who Do You Know list. So I go to lots of different places. There's lots of different ways of finding events in my area. A really great one is storefinder.com. It's free to use. You just go into the search and you put in the information of the type of event you're looking for, your area and that sort of thing, and it just pops up. You can actually add your business and people can find you for just £10 a year, which is nothing. Or if you're holding an event, you can advertise it for free. Obviously, we should all be going to networking groups. That's a really important part of our job description. So they will have their own events which you can attend to. And also join Facebook groups for shared interests. We should all be doing this anyway. For example, I'm in a bulldog group because we've got a bulldog. And then I've also joined my local the Facebook page for where I live. And this helped me when I was setting up a fair that I ran myself. Let people know that you're doing events, then eventually they'll just approach you and offer them to you without you even trying. And the cost of these events will vary massively. You know, generally, a small event might only cost you £20, but wedding fairs can be anything from £75 to £150. So it's really important that you choose an event that suits your budget. Don't be tempted to splash out on expensive events before you really know what you're doing. Another great thing to do is actually run your own events, so you won't be charged anything for having your store because you'll give it to yourself for free. I do a Christmas fair every year. Last year I cleared £600 in profit just purely on selling the stalls alone. So these events can happen all year round. And it's important that you're organised and plan ahead because the good events obviously get booked up early. So they might be seasonal, they might be in Christmas, Easter or summer fairs. It might be a specialist event like a wedding or a wellness fair or a school fair. It could be something really small that you do at home, just having a coffee morning, inviting around the neighbours or the school mums after drop off. Or it might be hobby related. So that could be a hobby of your own, so say you do something after the gym, a little pop-up event. Or it could be while you're waiting for the kids to have their hobby, so say you just set something up while the kids are at ballet or while they're playing rugby or whatever. They don't always need to be organised in advance, they can be spontaneous. What I think is really essential is that you know your target audience and you tailor your tabletop to suit the event in the same way that you would tailor your experience packs. Your stall should not look the same for every event. Make sure your tabletop matches the event that you're attending. So say for a wedding fair, I would take weight management products, the drinking gels, and the business opportunity, because brides are often looking for a way to fund their wedding. A school fair might have gifts for teachers. A coffee morning for school mums might just be centred around skincare. One thing, though, that is constant is the drinking gels. I pretty much always take the drinking gels to everything. Often there'll be a Facebook event set up. Everyone seems to do everything through social media now. So I always post in the discussion regularly. I get myself known in the group, and I use the event on Facebook to promote offers or products that I will have with me on the day. This is also a place where I can encourage people to pre-order for collection on the day, so hopefully I'm taking some products which I've already sold. I'm creating a buzz around my stall and making it a destination so people are inclined to come and see me. They know I'm there. And this is what I did for the Christmas fair that I ran in November. If you're running a Christmas fair, always run it well before Christmas, obviously. Give people a chance to buy the gifts, not run it in December when they've already bought everything. So I created an event on Facebook, and I encouraged all the stall holders. I had about 40 stall holders. I encouraged them all to share. We got a reach on Facebook of over 31,000 people. This was just in an 8-week period, and we had 1,000 people responding to the event. We didn't boost any of the posts, but it didn't cost us a penny. It was all through organic growth, so it was all free advertising. So there's no reason why you have to spend a lot of money on these things. Obviously, that massively boosted my Who Do You Know list. And the upshot was people knew me before the event. They knew my business, they knew what to expect, and I'd become familiar. I'm now known as the aloe lady where I live, which is exactly what I wanted. When I'm out walking with the dog, there's loads of dogs where we live, people will come up and say, they'll know that I'm the aloe lady. They can come to me and ask for products or get in touch, which is brilliant. As I said before, I was an interior designer in my previous life. I'm someone who likes to communicate visually, and I like my tabletop to be easily understood. I don't want to overwhelm the customer with too many products, and that's why I keep my stalls really simple. All the pictures that are in the slides today are of stalls that I've done. So I like to have a really strong, clean style, and I keep the specific products targeted to suit the audience at that event. Don't be tempted to try and show everything that we have on your stall. Make it look simple and appealing. But most of all, find your own style. Remember, it's your business, so make it your own. Create your own brand and identity so you're recognisable at these events. Because quite often you'll see same people coming to lots of different events. They start to recognise you. There are certain things I always have with me at every event. Now, one of those is a white tablecloth. And the reason for that is sometimes people can have preconceived ideas about Forever. Their friends, aunties, neighbour might have tried it 10 years ago and didn't like it. So the only downside of having a Forever tablecloth, they can see that and think, oh, I know what that is, I'm not going to come over. With a white tablecloth, they don't know what it is, so they'll come over anyway and have a look. My advice is to get a really big one that goes all the way to the floor, and then you can hide things underneath it after you've set up, so your stall always looks really neat and tidy. I use clear plastic stands on my stall as well because they give height to the display and maximise the impact of the products. They're readily available to buy online and they're not expensive. Now, when I take information, I always have it laminated. It's really important to have your information there so you stay compliant, because what we don't want to do is the store gets busy and you're trying to give people information. If you've got it there laminated, you can always hand it to someone and say, right, have a read of this, I'll be with you in 2 seconds. It means they're not tempted to wander off. Now, this information, I sometimes take it from Aloe Life, which has some incredible stories in there, or Forever Knowledge, the product brochure, or today there'll be literature for sale, which I've laminated up before now, especially the little pages on the gels. They're this sort of size. They fit perfectly into your handbag. You can even keep them with you wherever you go. I'm also a great fan of fairy lights and light boxes. You can tailor the message to suit the event, and it just makes your store look a little bit more appealing. Now, I also take product brochures, and I like to hand out actual product brochures rather than sending them digitally. They're always branded up with my logo and contact details, so that even after the event, people know how to get hold of me. The problem is with giving a business card separately is they can get separated. And this is especially important if you're not taking the full range, because I take a reduced range of products. I need people to be able to be aware of everything else that we do. Maybe they don't know that we have 200 products in the range. It's something that the customer can keep and refer back to and even share with their friends. And I use it to direct them to products which might be suitable for them on the day. Aloe Life magazines are an invaluable source of information with features on products, articles, and the business opportunity. They really do feel like good quality and reinforce the strength of the brand. Again, I always put my sticker on these because you never know who might see the magazine and want more information. It's essential to have a means for taking card payments, so you're not restricted to just the amount of cash that the person's brought with them on the day. I use an iZettle card reader, but there's lots of different ones out there, so just look into it, which one's best for you. They're all easy to use. You just synchronise them with your phone, and they're cheap to buy. They're normally less than £40, and you can even send receipts. It makes you look more professional. That said, I do still take a cash box and a small float so that I have all bases covered and can still take cash payments. I still like to take a traditional order pad too, because it gives me an immediate record of the sale and the all-important contact details to follow up with. The 60-day money-back guarantee pad is great. It explains all about our guarantee and really gives peace of mind to new customers. How you interact with the customers on the day is critical to your success, and where you stand can make all the difference. Don't hide. You can have the best looking stall in the world, but no one will come over if you're hiding behind it. Ideally, stand in front of the stall because it gives you far more opportunity to liaise with the customers and interact, demonstrate the products, or talk through the product brochure. Always smile. You've got every reason to look happy. You've probably got the best looking stall in the room, and you know your products are fabulous. Say hello to people, engage in conversation, maybe comment on the event or something that they've bought or anything just to get them over. Offer them if they like a sample of a product. But most importantly, when they do come over, stop and listen. Listen to what they're saying. Read between the lines, and then suggest products that they might like to try. Now, your secret weapon at any event is prize draw forms. They're so important, and you should always take them along. They instantly build your who do you know list. They give you customer contact details and permission to get in touch by the fact that they've filled out the form. They also gauge customers' interests on products or events like pamper parties or launches, as well as the business opportunity. I also give one to every stall holder before the event starts, because normally you have a good sort of 15-20 minutes after you've set up when you're waiting for the event to start. So go around and speak to every stall holder too, because everyone's a potential customer or team member, not just the people who are attending the event, but everyone who's there. And often people are looking for a second income. Always, always, always follow up after the event. So you can arrange delivery of experience packs, book one-to-ones, and get pamper parties in the diary. I think it's really important to understand your objectives. I don't necessarily expect to sell from my stall on the day. My intention is to take orders, expand my client base and my who do you know list. By having a stall that's tailored to the event, I've not had to outlay on stock, which may or may not sell on the day. Therefore, I'm reducing my overheads and maximising my profits. which is what it's all about. If people are local, I offer to deliver their orders because drop-off is another great opportunity. Not only do you get to talk through the products, but you're also building relationships, which is what this business is all about. When I deliver the order, I use this opportunity to take on a gel trial for the customers to try, because we all know that building your gel customers builds your business. If they've ordered one product, they're normally happy to try another. Customer service is everything. Look after your customers and they'll stay with you. At the end of the day, you should see Tabletops as a way of connecting with your customers and building your business. So don't try and find customers for your products. Instead, find products for your customers and your business will thrive. I've absolutely loved sharing my ideas on Tabletops with you, and I hope you found it useful. Thank you for listening.